G'day folks, Conor here from CW's Tech Reviews, back with another video, and today we're looking at the Soundpeats A6. So without further ado, hit the like button and the subscribe button and let's get stuck into the video. Let's go. If anyone's ever shopped on Amazon for anything electronic, you would have come across the name Soundpeats. And they have a lot of things for sale and a lot of really high ratings across their products. So they don't really need any introduction from me. Now just remember throughout this video, there is links down below if you do want to pick up a pair of the Soundpeats A6. Now I do want to point out straight off the bat that I do think these are a pair of headphones that you could quite easily pick up. Like, my recommendation is there. But I'm going to tell you why I've come to that conclusion. And the first experience for me was unboxing the A6. So I get them there in a typical box and you think, hey, what do I get here for 70 bucks? And I was actually quite surprised. So you get the headphones themselves, which are pretty good, and I'll get more into the details about that. But then you also get a wired cable for using them. If you run out of battery, you can still use them. And a lot of products these days just leave the wire completely out and they just promote them as Bluetooth. Not the A6, wired and wireless. Great stuff. Then you also get a charging cable and this really cool pouch. I don't know what it is. It's maybe velvet, fake velvet. Let's call it velvet. It's got a pulley cable on it. Your headphones sit in there nice and snug, throw them in your bag and off you go. Now, just want to point out, I'm in Australia, so even in summer, it's like 20 to 25 degrees during the day, so I didn't wear these for working out in. It's just too hot to wear a pair of cans here in Australia to work out in. But I did wear them commuting and sitting around the house while I was working on writing tech reviews or doing some editing, that sort of thing. Wore them for hours at a time and never any discomfort. So, wired, wireless, ANC, get them out of the box and you're like, wow, these actually feel pretty good. They got a bit of weight to them. I think they're 290 grams, but they're not heavy, so they don't sit on your head and cause discomfort through the headband here. They sit on quite nicely. And always remember, all the buttons are on the right-hand side. Then they got this memory foam on the cans here, which I think is really comfortable. Then they also have this cushioning here on top of the headphones, so it sits on your head nice and comfortable. And you have 25mm of play on each side. And they're not loose, so they don't just like extend while you're holding them. You actually do have to pull them down to get that extra room. Bit of branding on the cans, and there is also microphones on the outside, which is what helps with that noise cancelling. So all in all, just getting them out of the box was a really nice experience. And quite often with cheaper products, you don't get a nice experience, but I did with the Soundpeats A6. Now for functionality, all the buttons are on the right-hand can and the charging cable goes on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, you have your volume up, volume down, your power on button, and your active noise cancelling button. So one click and it turns the active noise cancelling on or off. And then you also have your headphone jack in there as well. So really functional, 4 buttons, easy peasy. Now the active noise cancelling is said to cancel out 90% of the background noise. And I'd say that's pretty fair. I mean, I could still hear what was happening around me. It wasn't completely silent, but it cancelled out most of the noise and the ANC actually made the sound appear louder. So the functionality is there, active noise cancelling is there, and for a great price. Now I do have to say that I was really impressed with the sound quality of these as well. Now they're not massive loud. You are not going to have distortion with these headphones. I had no distortion. I listen to rap, hip hop, R&B, rock and roll, podcasts, and dance music. So they're the 4 sort of areas that I'm listening to. And I generally have my dance music up pretty loud and also my hip hop. But I didn't at any stage have any distortion. There was just none there, and I think they've taken that into account. So these are actually quite safe for ears in that regard as well. Now I've tried some cheap headphones and you can't get the volume past 75% because it just starts to really hurt your ears, becomes too loud and distorted. That doesn't happen with the Soundpeats A6. I think they've got a nice balance across the mids, lows and highs, and I think the sound is quality. Delivering this sound is a pair of 40mm drivers, so they're not holding back, but I don't think they're fully engaging or giving you the full blast of sound because they know that it's going to distort. And I'd rather have good quality sound at this level than distorted, horrible sound at this level. So I think Soundpeats has done a really good job here with that active noise cancelling and with the volume levels and the distribution of sound across the lows, mids and highs. Now I will also mention that I was pairing these up with my Galaxy S21 Ultra. So not a cheap device either, it's going to deliver some good sound. Maybe that's got something to do with it, but for me this was a really solid listening experience. Ease of use, volume up, tap it once and the volume goes up 1 notch. Long press on the volume up and you skip to the next track. Volume down, tap it once, volume goes down 1 notch. Hold the volume button down for 2 seconds and you skip back to the previous track. If your phone rings, press the power button once, quickly, and it will answer the call. Same again to reject the call. Then long press on the power button for 2 seconds and this will bring up the assistant of your choice. That's pretty cool. And double click on the power button to redial the last call that you made. Now something else I will mention about the functionality of the Soundpeats A6 is that it has 500 milliamp hour battery life. So up to 40 hours of playback or 30 hours with active noise cancelling switched on. So for me, that's plenty. That's like 2 weeks of commuting or maybe a week of using them while I'm at work. So plenty of battery life for the average user. So we've got 40mm drivers, 500 milliamp hour battery life. We have memory foam on the cans for comfort. We have Bluetooth 5.0, active noise cancelling, and a pretty stylish looking pair of cans. $70, currently discounted on Amazon, links down below. Pick a pair up if you're in the market for something like this. Now these aren't a $1,000 pair, so you don't compare them to a $1,000 pair. Compare them to another $70 pair, you're going to be happy with the Soundpeats A6. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate your eyeballs on my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that stuff, and I'll catch you in the next video. Check it.